wasn't on my time. Thank you, Anne, NATO, Legacy, Shane. Thanks very much for having me. I'm really proud to be here. Let me just get this going. It's on automatic, so I'm going to ignore it. I've always been attracted to the material complex world of installation art, but being is really my practice. And that poses a socially and politically potent entanglement that involves relations to the environment, systems of labor, forms of dwelling, clothing apparatuses, and most importantly, inventive domesticating, all of which for me embody and compose an ethics of comportment, and that is to say, have great potentiality. Mildred's Lane is my home, and Mildred's Lane is where I live and work, and it's about a crusty old farm, 93 or so acres out in the northeastern woods, about 2 hours out in Pennsylvania, deep in the woods. It's a collaboration between my great friend and project partner Mark Dion, my son Gray Rabbit Puett, and can you hear me? Sorry. And all of our friends and colleagues from all over the world. They have co-evolved a development of a researching, working, living environment that fosters the development of a rigorous engagement with every aspect of everyday life. It is about people. It's about these people, our friends and families. And the name itself, Mildred's Lane, regards this remarkable life of this everyday woman who lived in the early 20th century into the late 20th century. Her name's Mildred's Lane. And her family homestead has become what we call, very whimsically, the Mildred's Lane Historical Society and Museum. And all periods are pressing at once in this project and many other projects that are smattering across the landscape that are built by our friends, with our friends, and for our friends at Mildred's Lane. There are dozens of projects that are discrete landscape interventions, conceptual projects, and above all, events, public events we call social Saturdays. Let me find my place. At the core of the project of Mildred's Lane is the practice and educational philosophy we call work styles. And work styles is really about the collective seeking of new modes of being in the world and kind of a comportment as commons. And this is embodied in work styles. And we're interested in all of these artists' styles of working. These issues are negotiated daily through the rethinking of one's own habits. Cooking, eating, shopping, clothing, thinking, swimming, gaming, sleeping. All of these work stylings have no beginning and no end. These are our lives. The sessions that grow out of Mildred's Lane each year are these intensive moments where our friends come around and we discourse on topics of all kinds. And one in particular I just want to briefly mention is called Retail 21st Century. And Retail 21st Century is also very interested in a collective understanding of the future of exchange. We're interested in critical alternatives to what and how we produce things, make things, do things, remaining both theoretically rich and grounded in vernacular tactics of getting by. Mildred's Lane seeks a collaborative, co-evolving response to exchange and learning as you go, as an ongoing shared experience. We're interested in the new possibilities of where to situate the space of praxis in action. Is it in a gallery? Is it in a storefront? Is it in a factory? Is it deep in the woods somewhere in rural America? Well, damn it, yeah, everywhere. If I can humbly add anything to these dialogues, it's that we activate these turbulent and tempestuous multiplicities with the understanding that they require high maintenance, work, nurturing, the feeding and caring of the intrapersonal relationships of both human and non-human kind, and most importantly, involved with retail 21st century in Mildred's Lane, is a fight to protect water, soil, food. Right now, as we speak, the oil and gas companies have moved into your region. The entire northeastern terrain is now the subject of what they call hydraulic gas fracturing. And it's happening all around you without you knowing it, insidiously. And it threatens to make very toxic your water and air. Thank you, Julia. And Mildred's Lane and Retail 21st Century is devoted to having a part in banning hydraulic gas fracturing. And if you don't know about it, please investigate. There are many sites. It is about our very being, water. And so to say, yes, being is a practice. And that is, my friends, social and political. Thank you very much. I think I'm well under time.